What's going on, Beamer fans? Welcome back to Beamer View. For today's video, we'll be going over the top 5 features that BMW owners use incorrectly. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, Beamer View, what we do here is teach you everything there is to know about BMWs. We go over all the hidden tips and tricks, features, you name it. So if you want to learn everything there is to know about your BMW, do yourself a favor, subscribe to this channel because we put out content every single week. Also, everyone, I do have another additional channel that is going to be going live. It is called LamboView, and there are some really big surprises that go with it. So if you guys wanted to take a deep dive into more of my personal life and how it is, feel free to check out that channel. The link for it is going to be right down below in the description, and I will put it in the comments as well. So definitely check that out once you're done with this one. Let's go ahead and get started. The biggest mistake that I still keep seeing, and I've been repeating this on my channel quite a bit, so pay attention to this one because it's pretty important. The mistake that many people make is still not properly doing the kick to open trunk feature. Now, the way that you need to do this is you have to have the key within your pocket. The kick you want to do is just straight down the middle, front to back at a medium pace. You don't want to wiggle, you don't want to do a little dance. So let's try it straight down the middle at a medium pace. And then you can see that the trunk just opened, and then all that I had to do was just wave my foot straight down the middle, just like so. And then you can see that the trunk is now folding down. And then again, you can do that to close the trunk as well. But again, the key has to be on your pocket, in your purse, somewhere around the trunk. If it's not here, it's not going to do it. The other thing to watch out for is if you have a tow hitch that is located here, you are not going to have the feature because they removed the sensors in order to have that tow hitch there. So just keep that in mind. Trunk is going down, we're all set. The other thing to note about that guy is there is a setting within the car. So let me show you exactly where that is. The setting for that kick to open trunk is going to be located right in doors and windows. So if I go into settings, and then if I look for doors and windows located right here, give that a click. And then you're going to see tailgate located right over here. Once you see that, you're going to see right over here where it says open with foot movement, close with foot movement. You just want to check to see if your vehicle has that. It may be off, hence why it may not be working. So definitely make sure that that guy is on before you start kicking the trunk and nothing is happening. People are going to make fun of you. Our number 2 massive mistake that people are making or not using is going to be shortcuts. Now, if you don't already know, BMW's newer system is quite tedious to get a hold of. If you go into here, you're going to see all these different settings. It's going to take you forever to look for whichever setting you want to get to. So what you could do, and this works for Apple CarPlay apps as well too, what you want to do is just locate your favorite app that you like, just click and hold it, and then once you do that, you're going to see add to shortcuts right there. Now, I don't have my profile set up, hence why it's grayed out, but once you add that to a shortcut, you're going to see this white line located right over here. Just drag that down, and then you're going to see your shortcuts populate here. You're going to see 4 at first, but then once you add more than 4, you're going to see another 4 that pops up. So in total for this car, which is the X5, you're going to have about 8 there, which you can set up for a shortcut. Not only that, you can also program things like your heads-up display on and off switch. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to go into displays to look for heads-up display located right here. And then you can see that there is an on and off switch for a heads-up display. Now, if I hold that down, I can also add that to a shortcut as well. So now if I want my heads-up display to be on, I can just drag this down, hit the shortcut for heads-up display, it turns on, or vice versa. You can also use that to turn that off as well. So definitely make sure you all have your shortcuts set up. Is a fabulous feature to have, and you definitely want to make sure that you're definitely using that whenever you get into your car. You can also program things to really cool things such as Spotify. I have Spotify on mine. You can also have Waze as well, or even Google Maps. So then you don't have to go searching for it. Again, for the 3rd time, just drag that down, click on your shortcut, and then you're all set. Our next up is going to be the app and driver profile. You must have your driver profile set up no matter what. Whenever you're getting into the BMW for the first time, you always want to set up your driver profile. We do have videos on how to set this up. And then whenever you are setting up your BMW ID, you only want 1 key inside the car. The reason why you want 1 key inside the car is whenever you're setting up that profile or ID is going to be linked to this key or whichever key is inside the car. So we always want to keep 1 key inside the car, the one that you want to connect to your driver ID, driver profile, and then use that so that it'll be saved to this key. You want to do that for each driver ID. 1 key, 1 ID. Keep that in mind. So you want to make sure you always have that set up. If you're seeing this gas guy, and if you're not seeing your BMW ID set up there, you are going to bump into some problems down the road whenever the vehicle does a software update, and then you may lose all your settings. So you don't want to be saving things in guest. The other reason why you want to make sure that each ID is linked to one single key, and so that whenever you or your spouse gets into the car first, the vehicle will know who the primary driver by pressing the unlock on whichever key is assigned to whichever profile. So if you and your wife or whoever is going to be walking to the vehicle, and then whoever key is the one that is used to unlock the car will be the designated BMW ID that pops up first, and then go ahead and make adjustments to the seat. So it's really, really big to do that. If you have a significant other that is also going to be driving the vehicle, have a key assigned to each name so that the vehicle can adjust the seat accordingly depending on whichever key is going to be driving the vehicle. Not only that, if you don't have your BMW ID set up, there's a good chance you may not have your app set up, which is also going to mean that you won't be getting remote software updates to your car. Very, very important. That is going to be our number 3. Doing remote software upgrades is huge. What you could do is you can go into your BMW app, and then once you're in there, you can check to see if there's a remote software update due. The other thing you could do is if you go into your settings right over here, you can do a search for remote software upgrade. So I'm just going to do a search for remote. And then once I do that, you're going to see remote software upgrade right over here. If I click on that, now you can have the car go ahead and search for a update. You can see that this car right here is actually very up to date with the latest one, being that we're in May or June right now. Our last update was in March in 2025, which is really good. Typically, they will roll them out every 4 to 6 months. So you always want to make sure your BMW is up to date with the latest software. The reason why you want to make sure this is being done is so that you can stay up to date with the latest bug fixes. So you can make sure that your vehicle is running smoothly. You can also make sure that it has the latest bug fixes. The biggest one is going to be your phone. By doing the software updates on the car, your phone will have a really strong connection and will be less likely to drop. So always make sure your vehicle is up to date. Again, look on your app. On the front page, you can click on your car, and then once you go down all the way down to the bottom, you're going to see remote software upgrade listed there. You can click on that, check to see if there's any updates. You can also go into your car. The other way to get there is through system settings. Go into system settings and then go all the way down. You're going to see remote software upgrade listed somewhere in the middle right over here, remote software upgrade. And then if you click on that, that's where you can search for upgrades. Again, always make sure your BMW is up to date. If you need to renew your subscription to get updates, you can go on to connecteddrive.com. And then once you go on there, you can resubscribe to BMW's Connected Drive services, which do allow you to get your remote software upgrades again. This is only if your BMW is more than 4 years old. And our number 5 is going to be climate control. I have my own friends who are doing this mistake as well. And I do also apologize. I know the air is blowing like crazy right now. The temperature outside is a hefty 94 degrees today, so I'm actually sweating right now too. But yes, the way that you want to use your climate control is once you go into climate, what the mistake that many people do is that they'll go into here and then they'll use the climate control in the manual setting. The way that happens is if you turn off this auto button located right here, you're going to see this whole manual control, which makes it really difficult to blow the air in the right direction. You have to physically go into here and do all this crazy stuff, which just becomes a really big hassle. So what I recommend doing for everyone is that keep it in auto, and then all you have to do is just control the temperature here, and then the vehicle will simply just take care of the rest. And then the other thing you could do, you have control over, is the fan speed. So right here, if you like to keep it on medium, you can keep it on medium, keep it on very low if you want as well. But yes, keep it in auto. Don't worry about the AC. If you leave it in auto, you don't have to worry about the AC. The vehicle will just take care of it. All you have to worry about is just this temperature gauge here. And then whichever screen you're on, that temperature gauge that you see here will always remain here too. So that's all you have to do. Just like your house, just set it and forget it, and then you're all set. This is a quick video on the top 5 mistakes that BMW owners make or use the features incorrectly. If you all had any questions, write them down below. Also, don't forget to check out the new channel as well. It's just a additional to the one that we're already doing here, so don't worry, I'm not going to be going anywhere anytime soon. It is called LamboView. It's my new personal channel, so definitely check that out. If you all needed to keep up cover, the links for those are also right down below, so check those out. We do ship all around the United States. Again, write your comments down below. I am fully caught up with all the comments, and I will be responding to many, many more. So ask away any questions. Hope you all are having a great day. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all for the next one.